Today, I'll be talking about screen addiction. So, your first question probably is, what is screen addiction? Screen addiction is when a person uses technology excessively, according to the Addiction Center. In this day and age, honestly, anyone can see that considering how shopping, entertainment, food, and social interaction are all covered up by the internet in the forms of Amazon, YouTube, Grubhub, and any social media that has an ability to direct message someone covering their social interaction. So, why is screen addiction bad?
Apart from the fact that it's an addiction.
Well, it can lead to a wide variety of problems, including eye strain, muscle strain, sleep disturbances, anxiety, depression, and social isolation, according to the Addiction Center. Not only that, but screen addiction can also cause a fractured attention span and, most notably, a lack of green time, aka touching grass. Now, this means people who are terminally online need Subway Surfers gameplay to make sure that their videos are interesting and that they pay attention. Is this making you pay attention? Is this helping? In all seriousness, there are multiple examples of screen addiction ruining people's lives, such as the hikikomori, otherwise known as the modern Japanese hermit or a Japanese shut in. Hikikomori, otherwise known as literally pulling inward or being confined, is total withdrawal from society and seeking extreme degrees of social isolation. This withdrawal from society has the negative effects of appearing unhappy, losing friends, becoming insecure and shy, and talking less. Honestly, this is depressing to see considering Japan's current record low birth rate and number of marriages also dropping. In fact, there are attempts trying to reintegrate the hikikomori back into society using videos of Asian girls staring into camera to try and make more eye contact. とてもちょり済みです。Next, I'll be talking about video game addiction, in which I will be talking about my fellow gamers. Never saying that again. Now, people with a video game addiction can somehow have a video game time of about 8 to 10 hours per day, which is ridiculous. However, these long hours on these games are not for no reason. In most games these days, specifically multiplayer, there are ranking systems. Of course, people want to be a higher and higher rank, that way people will love them more and more. Unfortunately, that just makes their screen addiction all the more stronger. Now, the last example I want to touch upon is social media addiction. I happen to find a perfect clip of this that I hope is a joke, but even if it is a joke, it's honestly kind of scary. Here, take a look.
Day 217 of screen maxing my toddler. We ease him into the day with a single screen during breakfast. Then we go to our local screen store where we check if they have any new screens for us. And this is his main station where he can get upwards of 72 hours of screen time in a day. And then when we're winding down for bed, I'll put on something less stimulating like a podcast or a soothing blue light.
72 hours of screen time. This kid, who's already showing signs of screen addiction, is going to be stuck into the infinite scrolling loop faster than he can learn to count. He's genuinely cooked for the rest of his life. Right now, I could throw up a couple of statistics on the screen and go downstairs and make some lunch for myself. But I'm not going to do that. That's not helpful. Instead, I'm going to focus on a couple of specific statistics that I have here. 46% of Americans say they could not live without their mobile phones. Considering how convenient it is, I don't blame them, but at the same time, 46% of Americans, that's millions of people. Now, I'd like to focus on these two statistics. The first one being UK children spend 6.5 hours a day on screens. And UK adults spend an average of 8 hours, 41 minutes a day on screens. That's ridiculous. That's a fourth of the day for children and a third of the day for the adults. And what are the children doing for 6 hours? Oh, wait, never mind. I think I know. They're cranking 90s. Now, before I lose my mind reading more of these statistics, I'd like to hand this off to my partner, Aryan. For now, this is Kevin signing off. See ya.
Hey, as my friend Kevin has already told you about the problems we face due to screen addiction, I'm going to tell you about the solutions of how to combat screen addictions. Because telling a problem without solutions is a sin. So, starting with part 3 of the project, effects of screen addiction. Screen addiction has become a silent disruptor of our daily lives. It impacts our productivity, health, and social relationships, particularly among undergraduate students. Talking about first, productivity. Excessive screen times hinders productivity. Constant notification, endless scrolling, and distraction often lead to presentations and missed deadlines. Students report spending hours on social media or gaming websites, reducing their ability to focus on academic tasks or professional responsibilities. Second point, health. The health implications of screen addictions are significant. Common issues include eye strains, disrupted sleep cycle due to blue light exposure, and an increasingly sedentary lifestyle. Studies also link excessive screen use to heightened anxiety and stress level. Talking about your social life. While screens aim to connect us, they often isolate us instead. As Kevin said, many students find themselves disengaged from real-world interactions, choosing digital conversations over face-to-face connections. This leads to a sense of loneliness and a weakened ability to build strong social bonds with people. So how can we combat this growing issue? The solution lies in, first, non-technological approaches. First, let us consider non-technological approaches. Method 1, quitting cold turkey. This might sound extreme, but for some, it's a really effective method to reset their relationship with technology. Second, finding alternative activities like outdoor sports or hobbies or spending time with friends. This can help fill the void created by screen use in you. However, public serving announcement, replacing one addiction with another is not the solution. Balance and mindfulness are key. Talking about the second approach, technological approaches. On the tech side, many tools can help you monitor and limit screen time, like app usage limits or screen time trackers, like Apple's Screen Time or download the Android's Digital Wellbeing. Both allow users to monitor and evaluate their habits. Similarly, app usage limits user to set time restrictions, locking them out of the app once their daily limit is reached. Now, coming to the main part about finding an innovative solution, we want you to explore one of the most addictive apps, Instagram, and how it's designed encourages excessive use. We also propose a redesigned version to help reduce screen addiction while retaining its core functionality. We had designed a GUI just for you so you can use Instagram in a really effective way. But first, let's talk about why Instagram is addictive. Instagram thrives on instant gratification. Features like Reels, likes, and infinite scrolling keep users hooked. Autoplay mechanism exploit our short attention spans, releasing quick bursts of dopamine that makes it hard to stop. To address this, we've reimagined Instagram with 5 new features aimed at reducing addictive behavior. First, stop timer. After 15 minutes of scrolling, a pop-up reminds users to take a break. This timer is customizable, allowing users to set their own limits, like this. Second, mindful notification. Instead of constant interruption, notifications are bundled and delivered at scheduled intervals, like this. Third, BeReal content capping. Inspired by BeReal, the mega app of all time, this feature limits the number of posts viewable per session, encouraging mindful consumption, like this. Fourth, activity highlights. The Explorer tab is replaced with a curated productivity dashboard featuring motivational content or tools for time management, like this. 5. Grayscale mode. By reducing the app's visual appeal to a monochromatic interface, users experience fewer dopamine triggers, helping them disconnect more easily, like this. So, these features, when combined, can significantly reduce overuse while preserving Instagram's functionality by promoting mindful engagement. We can help users build a healthier relationship with their screens. Thanks a lot for watching this with me, and I hope you have a mindful scrolling session after this. Bye.